Welcome back to Boring Reviews. Jody here, and it's just me today.
Jody, please!
Do we really want him?
Jody, please let me evaporate or unevaporate back into the set.
Evaporate or unevaporate? What? Alright, we'll be nice.
Oh, I can't believe you even hesitated there. Now, could you also snap me a hat? I forgot to bring a hat.
If you insist.
All right, thank you very much. This is a very important, momentous occasion. I got to make sure I have my hat like I always have. Nick here as well. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of this. I know the viewership out there, like only maybe 3 people would have been disappointed, but I want to make sure those 3 people are happy that Nick is here as well. So, that was a little throwback to an older video. We are looking at another cricket video. Or at least I am, determined to learn more about cricket. I'm going to start watching Lagan pretty soon, and so I wanted to get one more refresher here. This was a video requested by Julian Collins. Thank you, Julian, for requesting us to check out this video called Cricket for Americans. I mean, how better can you get than that? We have another cricket video that we reacted to as we were learning the rules of cricket, and we've reacted to the trailer of Lagan. So this will be our last cricket video to help us understand.
They might want to watch this one instead of the last cricket video. I was in a pretty bad mood.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, this is real life right here. We don't want to fake anything, right? We're nice and genuine.
All the time.
Unlike maybe some other YouTube channels. But I didn't say that.
That is so rude.
Genuine. All right. So let's get into Cricket for Americans. The link for this video, if you want to see the full screen, will be in the description below. Here we go. Boy Reviews!
The book was better.
So you want to know about cricket?
Yes.
Great. It's an excellent sport enjoyed by billions of people all over the world. And the rules are not at all confusing.
Not at all.
Just kidding. They're pretty confusing.
Does Morton get back down this end before Chanderpaul can turn and get back? If he beats him back, Chanderpaul is out. Who's touched the bat first?
Have no fear, though. We're in this together, and we'll have you knowledgeably sipping tea and spectating at Lord's in no time. Okay, so first of all, let's get one thing out of the way. Despite the shared batting of pitch balls and affinity for standing around in fields of grass, the sport has very little in common with baseball.
No!
Sorry to disappoint, Americans. Still, though, we'll use America's pastime as the
was
starting reference point for convenience.
Americans.
Because, well, it's awesome, and the two do have some things in common. In baseball, the game is played within the confines of boundaries that determine whether a hit ball is fair or foul. But those don't exist in cricket. Instead, the entirety of the field is in play. A cricket field is made up of a large grass oval with a 66-foot-long playing area, or pitch, in the middle. Applied to baseball, this setup would have made Carlton Fisk's home run a lot less memorable. No dramatic waving declaring the ball fair at all. Set up on both ends of the pitch, the part in the middle, are what are known as wickets. Wickets are made up of 3 wooden poles, called stumps, which are hammered into the ground and connected on top by 2 horizontal wooden pieces, called bails. Among other things, the wickets are the bowlers, think pitchers, target, but we'll talk more about wickets later. Cricket teams are made up of 11 players. All 11 play the field, and all 11 bat, most of the time. While cricket has innings, technically, they're very different from the sets of 9 innings that most Americans are used to watching. In most types of cricket matches, the type you're most likely to catch on TV at least, the teams bat only once. That's it. 2 innings, 1 time through the batting order each, for all
I
the
like
marbles.
that.
But there's a catch, pun intended.
No catch.
2 batters are essentially up at any given time. And each batter, or batsman in cricketese, continues to hit until they're out. How do batsmen get out? Good question. There are a few different ways. First, if the bowler, again, the pitcher, is able to knock down either a stump or bail on a bowled ball.
That is very good.
The batter's strike zone is anywhere within their reach. If the ball is pitched beyond the batter's reach or behind the batter, in his natural stance at the wicket, then the pitch is deemed wide. Think like a ball in baseball, and the batting side is given an extra run. This ensures the fielding team bowls towards the batter and is not just chucking the ball in his general direction in order to get through the set number of overs. We'll explain overs in a minute. Second, a batsman is out if a hit ball is caught in the air by the opposing team.
Should be out.
The third way a hitting batsman can get out is where that second batsman comes into play. and where cricket gets exciting. While one batter, the striking batsman, is being bowled to, the other batter, the non-striking batsman, stands by the wicket on the opposite side of the pitch. Each time the ball is put into play or hit, both batsmen run to the opposite side of the pitch as many times as possible. Each time they both do so successfully, it's a run. If the fielding team is able to throw the ball at the wicket, knocking down a stump or bail, or if it's thrown into the wicket keeper or bowler, who then does the same, before that batsman makes it back to the end the ball was thrown to, then he is out. Now yes, that all sounds very technical, but it essentially boils down to throwing a ball at a stick to get a guy out.
4 ball, Clint. Hit him, Matt. Oh, it's out!
And, as we said up top, this game is exciting. There are even home runs and grand slams. If the striking batsman really puts a charge into the ball, sending it past the outer boundaries of the oval in the air, it's called a 6, good for 6 automatic runs. If the ball hits the ground before bouncing over the barrier, it's a 4, which, you guessed it, is good for 4 runs. This run scoring continues through the striking team's batting order, with the field of play flipping and the bowler changing after 6 bowled balls. In cricket terms, that batch of 6 is called an over. In most one-day matches, a cap of 50 overs is placed on each team, meaning essentially an upper limit of 300 bowls per inning. When a team hits that cap, no matter where they are in their batting order or with their run total, that inning is closed. In addition to reaching the set limit of overs, an inning can also end with 10 of the team's 11 batsmen eventually being retired. And the game will end if the second striking team scores enough runs to reach or beat the first team's score. The second team is essentially chasing the first team's score their entire inning. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is cricket. You now know enough to take in all the cricketing action your heart desires without feeling like a complete novice. Pretty cool,
I
right?
still am confused.
Yes? No? Well, hopefully that's an affirmative. But if this is all still too confusing for you, just remember, there's always baseball. A simple game that hinges on a human umpire's arbitrary, often inexplicable calls.
The throw, and they got him. No! He called him.
An archaic set of unspoken rules and
He's
traditions.
got too much pine tar,
And somehow, even more nuance and room for interpretation than its distant British cousin.
Dominguez has a rundown going.
Much easier to follow.
That way. What an unusual way.
It's so true, though.
Okay, well, first of
So
all,
true.
maybe easier to follow than cricket if you're new to both, but baseball is no simple man's
No,
game.
it's confusing.
Or a
too.
girl's game. There's a lot to. I mean, that ball is not very big. Just like in cricket, the ball's not too big. The actual the bat in cricket is wider than the bat in baseball.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna. I love baseball. I really do. I love all sports, and so I actually am very, very interested in learning about this. This video helped me a little more than the last one. We were asking the question, like, how far the guys run to score those runs,
Yeah.
and this one made it very simple with the animation and everything, and the videos that showed that.
But they seem to run a lot farther in the animation than they did in the one we watched.
Oh yeah, those guys seemed like they were cheating, so I'm not sure what that was all about.
Yeah.
I understand more about the 4 runs and the 6 runs, but for me, it's my biggest question is when you have just 2 innings, you have the one team bat first until they have their 10 outs or until the 300 overs, all that kind of is capped out, and then the other team hit, and if the other team can beat that score or not, it doesn't. I mean, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it builds suspense. Don't get me wrong. But in baseball, where you have your 9 innings going back and forth, I feel like that builds a little more suspense because even if your team is out of it in that first inning, and these innings are way different in both sports. Yes. But when that team is out of it in the first few innings, you know as a baseball fan, you've got 7 more innings to go to see if they can catch up. And I've seen games where one team's up by 10-0, and the other team comes back and wins. It doesn't happen too often. So in cricket, if I'm for the Team America and they score 75 runs, and then Team India comes and scores 76 runs, then that's it. The game's over. And the whole time I'm like stressing out, trying to figure out, please don't give up 76 runs because then we lose. I guess that's my only issue is the level of competition and excitement as you're watching it. That would be a serious nail biter. When your team is done, if you like offense, then you're just sitting there biting your nails hoping that the other team doesn't come back and overtake that score.
Yeah, you're right, because we have a lot of back and forth. I mean, in soccer and American football,
yeah,
in baseball,
basketball.
It's constantly, giving the other team a chance to try to catch back up. My question is, how long are these games? How long is an inning?
I want to say the other video we watched, it said that some games can go longer than a day.
Yeah,
and
that's
they'll
great.
continue it or something. I'm not sure. Let us know in the comment section. I know you will.
Yeah, because that's my one thing I don't like about baseball. I like football because I know in the end there's a time limit. It's going to be over in a couple hours. Yes, there's overtime, but even that's timed. With baseball, you're sitting out there too. You could be, even though there's 9 innings, you could be out there in inning 14 still waiting.
Yeah, but the easy counter argument to that is simply that it's about what you find interesting. It's what you're passionate about. It's what you love. If you love it, you're going to watch it. She talks a lot about run times in movies where it just kind of turns her off if it's longer than 2 hours. But she has some Jane Austen, some Jane Eyres, some other shows, Pride and Prejudice, that are 3 or 4 hours, and she watches it over and over again. So it's about what you like. Those books are pretty thick books, and if you're not used to the language, it's hard to get through, and you have no problem spending that time. So it's about what you're passionate about.
I agree.
But again, the nice thing, and there's lots of different counter arguments with my thing about just the 2 innings. The nice thing about that is if you're a sports fan and you're at the stadium at the game, once your team is done hitting, I mean, you got plenty of time to use the bathroom, get some snacks, because even if the other team is scoring some runs, which you want to make sure they don't want to score too much, and you're excited to see your team make catches and get outs, I understand that's exciting to watch your team on defense. But, you get up, go to the bathroom, like, okay, we're still up by 210 runs. I didn't miss too much.
Yeah, I'd want to be the second team. I wouldn't want to be the first team.
I don't know. I'd almost like... There would be like you'd have momentum being that first team if you score a lot of runs.
Yeah.
If you put a goose egg, then, I mean, you're done. Who cares about that? But also that first team, you set the stage. You kind of intimidate your opponent if you score a lot of runs. Like it seems like 200 runs is a lot of runs. Maybe not. You put up a 200, then the other team's like, it's going to take forever to catch back up. And if you get the first few guys that just kind of mess it up or get out, then... this is not good. We got 2 guys out, and we have no runs scored so far, and blah, blah, blah.
Or you just intimidate them by playing defense so well that by the time it's your turn to be offense, you're going to rock it.
My other question is, so that guy was trying to block the wickets when that ball was getting hit, and it went right by him, and it hit the stump. My question is, if the guy gets hit by the ball, does that count as just like a do-over? Does that count as a run? Does that count... is there any strategic reason besides protecting the wickets to get hit by the ball, or is there any consequence of letting yourself get hit so that you're protecting the wickets? Because if it was me, if I didn't get my pitch, I would just throw my body in front of that wickets every single time to block it.
That would
There's
hurt,
got to be
though.
some kind of penalty. It would hurt, but it wouldn't hurt as much as losing.
Are you catching something in the air there?
Cat air.
Oh,
Cat
I
hair.
was like, yeah, it's true. And in baseball, if you get hit the ball, you automatically go to first base.
Yes. So let us know what's going on. If you get hit, you get a run. If you get hit, is it an out? Who knows? Let us know, because we don't know. So,
And they're going to say, you idiot, you don't want to get hit. It hurts.
Then I'll be an idiot. It's okay. It'll be the first time. But for those of you that love sports, you know what I'm talking about. It's not about the pain. It's about the gain. So, no pain, no gain. With that being said...
give us a thumbs up if you liked it. And subscribe.
And maybe do a little more enthusiasm than she did.
And subscribe!
There you go.
Goodbye.
Now they're pumped. Adios.